What's up, everybody? It is Friday morning, and we are ready for some sports. We are ready for some talk. We are ready for some takes. I'm John Browner. This is the John Browner podcast. I'm typing in some of the last things. I'm typing in some of the last things before we really get rolling here. Y'all know I gotta put the show around the internet, and I can't do it until it's live. Um, so yeah, I'm John Browner. This is the John Browner podcast. I come to you Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. and we talk sports. On today's show, I got some interesting conversations that's happening today. I want to talk about Tony Romo. Hold on, cowboy. I want to talk about he got the juice. I'm going to explain why that is relevant out of Caleb Williams. And that's not real gold. That's not real gold. It's a conversation that we need to have about the 49ers. And the Padres melt into that too. But I'm going to start with the 49ers. I'm going to start with the 49ers. What's up, y'all? That's me. I'm him. So, as always, when we're on the show, if you want to be a part of the show, if you want to reach out to the show in any way, shape, or form, all you got to do is head over to the John Browner Podcast, the John Browner Podcast at gmail.com. That's how you reach me, whether you want to complain, whether you want to try to sell me something like the bots do in the comment section, or whether you just want to do something long form that you want read on the show. Feel free to head over there and talk to your boy, and we'll go from there. Shout out to everybody who has helped me get as far as I've gotten, and we're still going. Road to 500. We are on the road to 500. The goal to getting to 500 is to be able to monetize the show and be able to have the show pay the show's bills. Right now, I pay the show's bills. Hopefully, as we continue to grow and we get to 500 subscribers on YouTube, we will be able to then have the show pay for itself. It will be self-sustaining. And because of that, as always, I ask everybody who comes to the show, please head over to YouTube and subscribe to the show. Whether you're watching it on X as a platform, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or Kick, because it's available via all those platforms. What I need you to do is head over to YouTube and subscribe to the podcast, because that's how this works. The show's also available on in the podcast form, courtesy of iTunes, or pod, whatever it's called. But y'all know that already. That's not a surprise, because a lot of you guys have downloaded the podcast. It's in your phones, and I really appreciate that. I want to send a shout out to all my people at the Sporting Tribune. At the Sporting Tribune, here's some news. I'm now their director of podcasting. 2 jobs. So shout out to the people at the Sporting Tribune. Title, email, and all that, man. So a lot of stuff coming y'all way, courtesy of the Sporting Tribune, man. I think we got some real good, talented guys over there, and I can't wait for you guys to see them and to be a part of what's happening as I continue to grow in this business and show my talents off in different directions, man. And I'm being able to do that at the Sporting Tribune, because this show right now is spanning to y'all on X's Tribune account. What are we gonna do here? Is that every? Oh no. Oh. By the way, Ads Island stickers are available at the John Browner Podcast shop. But as I told y'all before, don't buy them yet, because it costs more to ship them to you, one, than to buy one. So allow me to work it out. I was unaware of that. So give me a second. Oh, let me check something as well while we're here, because the funny thing. Oh, my video got blocked. What? Huh. Okay, well, I'll figure that out. Let me see. What are we doing here? Okay. I'm looking for. Here we go. No. Nope. Okay. We're good to go. Sometimes I got to check something before we start. So let's get down to business. When I tell you somebody got the juice, boy, that boy got the juice. When I tell y'all Caleb Williams got the juice, man, that boy got the juice. You know you got the juice as a player when other coaches are talking about you because they feel like their team doesn't get enough attention. Duval. Y'all ain't got the juice, bro. Last year, the Jacksonville Jaguars in the AFC South had a better record than the Bears. They have a number one pick in Trevor Lawrence. They have a high-profile player in Travis Hunter. They got a brand new coach who's got a wacky attitude and a crazy offense that works. But you ain't got the juice, big dog. For Liam Cohen to come out and say, every time I open my phone, it's 50 pictures of Caleb Williams on NFL.com. Because he got the juice, my boy. Because he got the juice, my boy. See, I got to tell y'all, hating is a disease. And if you spent more time congratulating and patting folks on the back and using their success to inspire your turn at success or your growth or your movement forward, boy, we'll be a better place. The world will be a better place. We'll all be in a better situation. But Liam Cohen, you a hater, dog. You a hater. He gonna say, well, I love it. Then why'd you talk about it in a negative connotation for? When you got the juice, boy, a lot of people come and get their squeeze, boy. When you got the juice, a lot of people want to get a drop of that squeeze, man. Why you talk about Caleb Williams, bruh? You got Trevor Lawrence, former number one pick, Mr. Everything when he came in the league. Trevor Lawrence on his third coach. And Caleb Williams ain't far because he on his second coach. And this is his third year in the league. So what we talking about? Liam Cohen, focus on Jaguar business. I like Shaq Khan. I like his son. I've met his son. He's the owner of a wrestling AEW Entertainment, who they've been very gracious with me in the past. So I got no issues with the Jaguars as an organization. I think they need to move out of Jacksonville. That's partly why y'all ain't got no juice, bruh. When an NFL team moves to London, Jacksonville needs to be the first one smoking. Put all your stuff on a boat or a plane, fly it over there. Live from London, the London Jaguars. Change the name, remove all the stench, bruh. That's why y'all ain't got no juice, bruh. You ain't got to bring up Caleb Williams' name, man. You ain't got to bring up Caleb Williams' name at all. That's why you ain't got no juice. Caleb Williams had the most comeback wins in the NFL last year. Spectacular ones, miracle ones. That's how he got the juice. I don't see Trevor Lawrence doing that. Trevor Lawrence is a good quarterback. You did well with Trevor Lawrence. But why you bringing up another quarterback name? What, you jealous? Caleb Williams on the cover of Madden now. Caleb Williams number 51 in the top 100 NFL players, which is, I believe that's a great place for him because he still misses 5-yard outs and slant routes. But when they get to the fourth quarter, you got to have a throw. Perfect. 100%. I can't say the same about Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence been in the league for a while, man. What we got out of him? He's supposed to be a franchise guy. What we got out of him? That's your responsibility. That's your responsibility, big fella. You ain't got to be talking about nobody else. Talk about your guy. Talk about your guy and your guy only. You ain't got to be running around talking about nobody else's guy. Trevor Lawrence been in the league for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be his 6th year in the league. 6. He done played 77 games. Why you think he ain't got the juice no more? He done played 77 games and ain't done nothing worth talking about. Nothing. 62% completion. 98 touchdowns. Those are okay numbers. I ain't hating on that. I ain't hating on that at all. But you shut the hell up, man. Worry about your own team. Worry about whether Travis Hunter going to play quarterback or wide receiver. Listen, Coach, don't be bringing up old stuff, man. Don't be bringing up old stuff. Let me bring up old stuff. You want to try? Shout out to the Chat Pack. Chat Pack done found their way in the show. Coach, we didn't need you to talk about that. That was more Charger than that was. Ask Technology, what up? Let me shout out my co-host on the show today, the Chat Pack. What's up, Ask Technology? What up, Tito? Shout out. Shout out, Coach Alex. What up? What up, Latrey 3? What up, David P? Nah, he didn't do that. Trevor Lawrence comeback against the Chargers had everything to do with the coach. How you gonna not score in the second half after putting up, I think it was 28? Herbert on fire in the first half, boy. Your defense can't hold water. He ain't got the juice. He ain't got the juice, bruh. Caleb Williams got the juice now. I love the line, he ain't got the juice. Do you remember? I don't know how old y'all are or what kind of demographic entertainment y'all intercept or interject, but Tupac once did a movie with Omar Epps, and there was another really good actor in it called Juice. If you've never seen Juice, great film. Juice is about some high school kids. I don't know why Tupac was playing a high school kid, but okay. It's about a bunch of high school kids who develop a crew. They get beef, and Bishop goes crazy. Just kind of loses it. Starts killing people in the group. At the end of the movie, Q kills Bishop. Spoiler alert. And at the end of it, someone looks at him and goes, "You got the juice now." It's a great movie, man. Great line. Great line at the end of a movie. You got the juice now. Because that was the thing. That was the saying. You got juice? You got the juice? I love that saying, man. I love that saying. Caleb got the juice right now, bro. Sorry. Patrick Mahomes coming off an injury. Questions about Josh Allen. Can he win the big one? Questions about Lamar Jackson. Can he win the big one? You get a wave of young quarterbacks coming in the league. Drake may go to the Super Bowl. Bo Nix get to the AFC Championship. Caleb Williams does some of the greatest comebacks you'll ever see in an NFL game. It's new blood, man. It's new blood. Where about your old people? Jacksonville, Duval, Liam Cohen. Where about your own players, bro? Shout out to Juice, man. It ain't like the Bears ain't got their own problems. I haven't talked about the Bears yet this year, but y'all know that's my team. They're not going to call – their defense ain't going to create 33 turnovers again this year, and they ain't made no real strides to improve it. David, don't do that. Everybody always got everybody funny, man. Everybody funny. David P. going to say, Caleb going to put the juice on – Caleb going to put Indiana on the map this season. Ah, yeah, real funny. All right, ha, 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 ha. Ain't nobody moving to Indiana, man. Y'all, that's what y'all want to talk about. That's the direction my co-host want to take the show. Chat Pack, y'all want to talk about the Bears going to Indiana, bro? It's not happening. It's not happening. You know how many lawsuits will incur? Okay, they'll be playing in a high school gym. They'll be playing in a new Northwestern gym before they play in Indiana, man. By the way, Northwestern Stadium, sweet new stadium in Evanston. But that's not the point. Caleb Williams will be in the MVP chase this year. I told y'all, if healthy offensive line, Justin Herbert will be the MVP. Caleb Williams will be in the race. Because if you ask me, yeah, he might have lost him in a playoff game. I'm taking Justin Herbert over Trevor Lawrence. You know how many weapons Trevor Lawrence got? And no Gary Bears. Get out of here. Shout out to Raiders versus everyone. So, yeah, man, I'm not, Caleb got the juice, dog. I think Justin Herbert is better than Trevor Lawrence. So you asking me where I'm putting Trevor Lawrence in my quarterback. By the way, I don't have a quarterback list. Everybody's doing list. Maybe I'll put together a quarterback list, but I don't have one. Is he in the top 10? I don't know. Is he in your top 10? That's my question. Is he in your top 10? Everybody in the comment section. If you available to chat, you might be at work, so you're probably doing this on the low. Is Trevor Lawrence in your top 10? Yes or no? Because he's not in mine. Justin Herbert's in everybody's top 10. That's why people be so mad at him. Justin Herbert is in everybody's top 10. So people get mad when I'm like, Trevor Lawrence. Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. Or people came after me crazy when I said Justin Herbert going to be MVP. This ain't no come out of nowhere situation. Why is that so crazy? Josh Allen, new coach. Lamar Jackson, new coach. Patrick Mahomes coming off a knee injury. Bo Nix now, he's 10th. Bo Nix coming off an injury. Who's this kid? What's this kid's name? CJ Stroud, terrible. Like, reigning MVP. Reigning MVP. Y'all all know who that is. Y'all think he going back-to-back MVPs? Even though they got the best defense in the league now, and it might be historical if they get Aaron Donald to come back, which I think they will. So I will call that defense futurely historic. You know, if you put the top 10 together, you tell me, Caleb Williams in your top 10? Because he in mine. If I had one, when I make one, when I pop one up here, I don't know who number one will be. I don't know. Jaden Daniels is dope. Good call, coach. But we got it again. Jaden Daniels coming off an injury. I was one of those people that I thought the Bears should have taken Jaden Daniels number one instead of Caleb Williams. And it proved itself in year one. And Jaden Daniels might come back in year two and be in year three, rather, because he missed year two, and be better than Caleb Williams. I love Jaden Daniels. I love Ben Johnson more than I love Caleb Williams, but that don't mean Caleb Williams ain't got the juice, dog. We'll tell y'all how good Caleb Williams is if he beat the Madden curse. The Bears are set as across the survey. The Bears are the number one team that people believe will regress. Jacksonville didn't make that list. They won 13 games last year. What? What? What you mean? Last year, the Jacksonville Jaguars won 13 games. You don't think they're gonna regress? What? Hold on, let me get my pistol out. Let me get my pistol. That wasn't my intention, but shots fired at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hold on, y'all didn't hear that first shot, so let me ring out another one. Shots fired at the Jacksonville Jaguars, bruh. How your business, them calling? Get some juice, bruh. Don't be mad at Jay. Don't be mad. Don't be hating on Caleb Williams. You ain't got to be calling folks out by name. Where about Trevor Lawrence? Where about making the playoffs again? Y'all won 13 games last year. Y'all gonna win 10 this year? Coming to me talking about some. Y'all crazy. I got time for that. Duval. Trip when I heard that, man, but be quiet. Where about your own team? Let's hit the chat pack, see what's up. Hey, yeah, see? Yep. Juice is a classic film. It will not be the Gary Bears, bruh. Chill on it. Pump the brakes on the Gary Bears talk, bruh. We're not doing that. That ain't happening. That's not a situation we're going to be diving into anytime soon. You already know what time it is, Gary Bears. What a trip. Now, as we continue to move forward, I want to talk about now this is a personal thing with me. This is totally me. And I understand if people don't get this or they don't understand it or, you know, I'm off base about this, but I have to share this information about something that I personally believe. Tony Romo should be suspended for a year. I'll tell you why. For those of you who don't know, Tony Romo got busted with a DUI. I think he was in Florida, if I'm not mistaken. So Tony Romo gets this DUI. He's suspended indefinitely from CBS. I don't think Tony Romo should be fired for getting a DUI because as a person, as a human, you're not your worst moment. You're not your best moment. You're closer to the person you are, to your best action or your worst action. However you tilt in the direction of either or, that's who you are as a person. You're not the worst thing you did. You're not the best thing you did. Okay? You leaning somewhere in each direction. That's what I believe as a person. So I don't think Tony Romo should lose his job because he got a DUI, but they should suspend his ass for a year, teach him a lesson without pay. There's no reason a person with money should ever get a DUI. Ever. Ever. I do not have any tolerance for any celebrity that gets a DUI. Not one of them. Hell, I barely have sympathy for poor people who get DUIs. Ryan Miller in the house. What up, bro? Welcome back. For me as an individual, there are too many ways for you to get home. As an average, everyday, hardworking person who may have had one too many at a bar, or may have had one too many with friends, or may have had one too many, in the house, and you think you should go get in the car and get another one. Shout out Joe Rigby. When it comes to drinking and driving, I have zero sympathy for people like Tony Romo who get drunk and get behind a wheel. Because you have every resource allowed to man to make sure that that is not the situation for you. Tony Romo has more money than he knows what to do with. So this happened in the middle of the day, too. This wasn't like some midnight. This wasn't like, Tiger Woods level. But that's why I have zero respect for Tiger Woods, dog. Zero. None. I have not seen a person throw their goodwill away more than Tiger Woods, in my opinion, than just about anybody. Tony Romo's got enough money to order an Uber for everybody he was drinking with. Tony Romo has enough money to order an Uber for everyone in the bar he was at. This makes no sense to me. This makes no sense to me. If you're drinking at home, sit your ass down. The problem with getting a DUI, there are too many services out there. Yellow Cab, Lyft, Uber, black cars. There are too many ways for you to get home. You're Tony Romo. A stranger will drive you home, Tony. A stranger will never drive me home. A stranger will never drive anybody listening to this podcast home. Tony Romo can be driven home safely by a stranger. I'll do you one better. Tony Romo could find a cop and go, hey, man, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm drunk, bro. Can you drive me home? And because the society we live in, the police officer will drive Tony Romo home. And I know that sounds dumb, but guess what? That's what happened with Carmelo Anthony. Police drove him home. Called another squad car to drive Carmelo Anthony's car home. No disrespect to Carmelo Anthony, but that happened, bro. You can't hide the truth. So I don't understand this. This angers me. This angers me. There's no reason you should put other people's lives in danger because you went out and had a good time and now you don't want your good time to end. Or you want to wake up with your car when I'm pretty sure, Tony Romo, you got many of cars, brother. And if you needed another one, I'm pretty sure you can get a sponsorship. CBS pays you handsomely. You're one of the highest paid play-by-play analysts in the history of television. You mean to tell me you can't get an Uber? You mean to tell me CBS couldn't get you a car service if one was needed in the off season for you? Shout out to Coach Alex. He said he'll come pick you up. This bothers me to my core as a person. There are a couple of things that I believe about driving, and this is why I like riding my bike so much. One of the first things you learn how to do as a young person, whether you be 7, 8, 9, 10, you learn how to ride a bike. That is your first piece of freedom that you receive from your parents. It's the first opportunity you have to take yourself somewhere, and that place is as far as your legs will take you. And so being able to ride a bike is one of the dopest things you can teach a kid. That's why right now, all 4 of my children, and when the 5th one is ready, I'll teach him too. I'm teaching all my children to ride a bike. That is the first piece of responsibility outside of your home that you receive. And a lot of people see that as a growing period. I believe that the ability to drive is the greatest privilege each individual citizen in this country can be given that is taken for granted. Nobody respects driving. No, not nobody, because I do, and I know a bunch of other people do. The amount of people who respect driving to the point that it should is way too small. That's a better way to put that. Because if you text while you're driving, you do not respect driving. Texting while you're driving, you should never text while you drive, because now you can go, "Hey Siri," and let me watch this. Watch it. "Hey Siri." Okay, well, I guess you're not listening to. "Hey Siri, send a text to someone." Never mind. That's all you have to do. That's it. And by the way, when the text comes, it'll read the text for you. There's no reason for you to be texting and driving. There's no reason for you to ever be drinking and driving. I used to be a FedEx driver back in the day. So I've been on the road a lot. A lot. I've seen people read books. I've seen people clip their toenails. I've seen people. I've seen a countless amount of women doing their makeup. Like, I have seen some of the wildest things driving, and people just literally not paying attention while their car is moving at a very fast speed. I think when you drive a lot, you really lose sight of the privilege and how fast you're going and how much damage you can do at 15 miles an hour. 15 miles an hour doesn't seem fast until you run into something else. You can die on a 15-mile-an-hour crash. And most of those people who are doing some of those things I said were going 70. I saw a person clipping their toenails once. When I was driving FedEx in Chicago, I will never forget this. Buddy was clipping his toenails on the freeway in Chicago. Bro, nobody care about your feet in Chicago. So when I talk about Tony Romo and his DUI, buddy, there's so many ways for you to get home. Respect the ability to drive, man. You got all this money. Use it. Use the money, bro. However far you was going, I guarantee you it wasn't that much. What up, Biggie? However much that Uber would have cost you, or that Lyft would have cost you, or that car service would have cost you. By the way, if you're a rich person like Tony Romo and you're planning a night out, you better not be behind the wheel. You can get a car service. And a person like Tony Romo, by the way, could get that car service for free, because Tony Romo could say, "Hey, man, anytime I get ready to go out at night, I choose so-and-so." They'll drive you around for a free year. Whole year, Tony. They'll drive your drunk ass around for free for a whole year. This can't be the way. This can't be the way, bro. This cannot be the way. What's up with these play-by-play announcers, man? Mark Sanchez out here, smoking and doping and just fighting people. Yeah, you got to do better, man. Tony Romo, you got to do better as a person. You got to do better as a man. You got to do better as a father. You could have hurt somebody else's kids out there, man. What's up, Latina Lisa? We working on something. We working on something on the 10th of August is let me take this down while I talk about this because I don't want these two things to ever get mixed. Okay, let me go back. Hold on. So we are working on putting a celebration together for Billy Ray's life, Lisa. On August the 10th is the date. The location is yet to be determined, but it should be determined by the end of today. So we're gonna do a celebration for Billy Ray on the 10th. It'll be in the afternoon because we want as many people to make it as possible. Um, and so that will be the next opportunity that we all have to just kind of, sit around each other and have a laugh. There will be a pod recorded. Uh, we will all be in the mix. Scott will be there. Alex will be there. I will be there. As far as I know, Linda will be there. And whoever wants to come by can come by whenever we get the location. We'll get the time, we'll give the location, but the date is the 10th. That's Big Rascal birthday. So if you are able to attend, if you're able to come, we'd absolutely appreciate it. But that'll be the next opportunity. And to be quite frankly, probably the last opportunity for all three of us to be in the same place at the same time. So if you're a fan of Scott and BR, if you've ever been a great friend, if you've ever, followed Kaplan and crew, August 10th will be your day to celebrate the 26 years that either Scott and BR has been a part of your life or Kaplan and crew has been a part of your life or Billy Ray or Linda Welby, Alex Padilla, Scott Kaplan, John Browner, Imwell, 1090, the Kaplan and crew, YouTube. So that's the date, Lisa. Mark it on your calendar. I think that's hold on. Let me look at my calendar to see what actual day that is. Come on, calendar. July, August. That's a Monday. Billy Ray's birthday. So yeah, man. There you go, Lisa. So yeah, man. That'll be awesome. It'll be awesome for everybody to be together. It'll be awesome for everybody to, one last time. One last dance. Last chance for love. I don't know how drunk I've been on them. I don't know the Monday. What month? I cannot remember the last time I was really drunk on a Monday. That might be one. August 10th might be the day, y'all. I mean, I can't make no promises. I might be slapped in there. I might be in there slapped. Not gonna lie. It's a good reason to get drunk. That's a good reason to get drunk. Celebration of life, man. Celebration of life. My birthday's on August 7th. His birthday's on August 10th. So y'all come celebrate my birthday too. You feel me? It's a celebration, bruh. It's a celebration of life. I don't know who else is going to be there. I'll be there. Hopefully the chat pack will be there. That's the plan. All right, back to the show. Let me see. Last topic today. My fan stopped working. That's not real gold, is it? That's not real gold. Are there any San Francisco 49er fans here? Are there any San Francisco 49er fans here? Because I have a question about your organization. And this also has something to do with the Padres. So if you came here for the Padres content that I always tell you will be at the end of the show, here it comes. So if You, sir, ma'am, are a fan of the 49ers. I have a question for you. Are you a dysfunctional organization? Are the 49ers a dysfunctional organization? I thought about that this morning when I saw that Ricky Pearsall may be out for a very long time. I was reading about Kyle Shanahan's accident. And again, I'll give Kyle Shanahan this credit. Now, I don't know if he did this because he didn't want this young lady to come out and sue him, but Kyle Shanahan met with the media and told you about how he got into the car accident. Kyle Shanahan told you he dropped his cell phone and being a distracted driver, he veered across the double yellow line. And by the time he looked up, he had hit someone else. Talk about respecting driving, but I digress. Kyle Shanahan, so again, I will give him credit. He came out, he admitted what happened because the California Highway Patrol they say it was a clerical error. He says he wanted to clear the record up. You tell what happened, but the truth is somewhere in between. I believe Kyle Shanahan did this to clear up the record that he was the cause of the accident. Listen, Biggie, let's tell the truth here. Let's tell the 100% truth right here, Biggie. That ain't gonna never make it to court. That's a how much situation. Because we weren't there. There's no conversation about if there was another person in the car. Because do I believe Kyle Shanahan dropped his phone and didn't see the road? Yeah. But whenever these accidents happen, there's always someone else in the car that ain't supposed to be in the car. I'm not saying that that's the case here. I'm not alleging anything. I'm just saying whenever you have an accident of this nature, where the hell was I've dropped my cell phone in my car plenty of times. If I cannot Stevie Wonder that thing and go, okay, there it is, got it. It stay down there till I get to a stoplight. So what was so important on your phone that it felt that you had to have it right there at that minute? Where you driving to the point where you took your eyes off the road, your hand off the wheel, and you were able to veer across the double yellow line and smash into somebody else's car? Come on, bruh. See, that's what I'm talking about right here. Biggie says, bruh, the CHP attempted to cover it up. Listen, they sure make some clerical errors in some strange times, boy. That's a hell of a time to make a clerical error. So you mean to tell me that the person at the scene of the accident, you mean to tell me the person at the scene of the accident, the CHP officer made a clerical error of whose fault it was? Come on, y'all. Come on, man. Don't play in my face. Kyle Shanahan, I'm glad you came out and you set the record straight, but I think you did that so you didn't get sued, big fella. But you're going to have to cut that check no matter what. CHP, really? That's the time you make a clerical error on a high-profile situation that you know people going to look into? You know once people find out that Kyle Shanahan got into an accident, people want the reports. They want to see what's good, fam. Like, come on, bro. What we doing? Hold on, y'all. I gotta work something out real quick. Uh, me see. Hold on. So yeah, I ain't trying to hear that, bro. You can miss me with that, Tony Romo. You took your eyes, Tony Romo. I'm tripping. You you could miss me with that, Kyle Shanahan. You took your eyes off the road. Come on, bruh. Come on, buddy. I bet you did take your eyes off the road. Whoever that woman is, I hope she okay for life. Now that's about 2-3 million. That's about 2-3 million. Get you about a million out of Kyle Shanahan. $1.5 million. But I believe the 49ers as an organization is actually pretty dysfunctional. Depending on what side. Now hear me out. You get Brandon Ayuk, who goes AWOL. Nobody can explain why unless you ask him. He'll tell you why, but he won't really tell you why. So Brandon Ayuk goes AWOL. Ricky Pearsall gets shot. And this is over time. This is not just like one incident. Wherever you stand on the political aisle, Colin Kaepernick, right? Wherever you stand on the political aisle, Nick Bosa. Like this is a messy place. San Francisco, the 49er organization, is a very messy place, bruh. So that Super Bowl window is shut closed. Hey man, listen. Y'all be asking for people to come on this show. And when people ain't doing nothing, I'll be like, yeah, bro. And you know this person always has a invite to this show. 1,000% of the time, no questions asked. You say, hey, what are you doing? Yeah, you want to come on? Yeah, sure. Boom. Asking, you shall receive. What up, bro?
What are you doing?
Not a damn thing.
Are you talking about Tony Romo?
Bro, Tony, I can say this here. Fuck Tony Romo, bro. How you got all this money you drunk driving, Tony? How, bro?
Well, from my understanding, in Wisconsin, it's basically encouraged to get one of those. It's like getting your first DUI or OWI or whatever they call it. It's like a rite of passage in Wisconsin. You know, it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I think it's part of getting your license in Wisconsin.
That's how you pass the test? You guys
let me say one thing about drunk driving. Don't do it, obviously. But has anybody helped their reputation more than Tony Romo during a DUI? Like, I think Tony Romo is maybe the funniest person alive. Like, that was the best. That was the absolute best DUI video. Like, you couldn't come off better. Like, Tiger Woods calling the president is the most douchebag move of all time.
Not a good look.
Tony Romo was a fucking comedian. You might as well give him a microphone. Like, don't make him do a sobriety test. Give him a microphone.
He was lit. I'll give him that. He made his worth. He made it worth it. That video will last and his mugshot was dope too.
Yeah, I mean, Tony Romo, like, we can say whatever we want about broadcaster Tony Romo, but Tony Romo, I mean, prime Jessica Simpson, prime Carrie Underwood, quarterback of the Cowboys, hundreds of millions of dollars. You know what I mean? Like, Tony Romo. Yeah.
This is why you could get a driver, bro.
Trust me, I understand that. Like, I went to PB last week for the first time in like 10 years. And I Ubered because I'm smart. I had a cousin here. He's from Phoenix. You know how it goes. So, like,
where'd you go?
Took an Uber. And guess what? Guess what it cost me, Browner? From North Park to PB, $35. You don't think Tony Romo got $35, dude?
Right. It's a shame.
And I was in a Tesla. Like, it wasn't like I was in a Prius. Come on, Tony Romo. Come on, Tony Romo.
There is no excuse for a person of that caliber. That person who, if you have any level of celebrity, any level, you cannot have your name pop up like that. You just can't. Even if the DUI video turns out to be hilarious, which it was, you just can't have your name show up like that. Because now at CBS, you got to sit down for a bit. I don't know how long.
I saw they suspended him.
Indefinitely.
Here's my thing. CBS won't do it. But while you suspend Tony Romo from the NFL, put him on a network show as a guest fill-in, as a comedian. Put him and Charlie Sheen together.
Do like a little pod.
Yeah, like a show of some sort. I don't know.
They
He's
can
fun.
they can invite Tiger Woods on there.
He's
I'm pretty
fun.
sure they've golfed together.
Yeah. So what else have you talked about this week? You talk about LeBron and his fake retirement.
I talked about the attention whore tour he went on because that was embarrassing. That was literally embarrassing. The way he went out there and said, "Well, I just want to play with my friends. I want to drink wine. I want to play golf. You know what? Never mind. I want to talk to my daughter because I want to make sure she has more input in this decision I choose." And then apparently at 1 a.m. he was like, "Fuck all that. I want to win a championship." Like, just
Yeah.
say that.
One of my favorite things about LeBron going to Philadelphia is that he left LA. Like that's all I care about. Like I did read his
He
posts.
left LA. He went completely to the other side of the country.
Yeah, Eastern Conference, play him twice, whatever. But the big and you know me, I don't believe anything he says. But his post or tweet or whatever it is now called saying I was retired. I was done. Bull, shut
Stop it.
the fuck up.
Stop
Bro.
it.
Yeah, I was retired. That's why I signed a 2-year deal, and that's why I have a documentary coming out with ESPN. Shut the fuck up, dude. I will say one thing though. I will say one thing, and this I think we were all wrong. I think we were all wrong about LeBron being on the inside about the Luka trade. I think that the Luka trade
Ooh.
fell in the lap of Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, and that's the day they took over their franchise back. That move happened without. I think we were very wrong, and I don't even think anymore. We were very wrong because everybody in Philadelphia is clutch. The coach, the players,
Yeah.
everybody's clutch.
Yeah.
And in LA, I genuinely think we were wrong, dude. Like they did that because they're like, yeah, we got LeBron's 40. Anthony Davis is broken. Let's get Luka fucking Doncic. And they took the organization back that day.
In hindsight, you may be 100% right. Because this was their move. This was their only way out.
Yeah.
This was literally their only way out. This was the best way to take your franchise back while also keeping it, energized and juiced for another 10 years. Because there was no way out going forward. Like they would have had to literally roll out the red carpet, pick up the limo, car service for his entire family. You were going to have to draft Bryce. Like this was going to get ugly. This was going to get ugly at the end. And so you're right. See, I thought that he had something to do with it because of the way that the way it played out.
The way it played out,
the way he always tends to be surprised and how he didn't know. And this is a shock to him. And so from that standpoint, I literally thought that he did have a hand in it. But now in hindsight, where we are today, it really does feel like that night the Lakers took their organization back.
Yeah, for sure. But good riddance. And that conversation that was like happening 2 years ago about the all whites versus the all black NFL team, the competition.
Yeah.
Well, now the Lakers are going to do it every night, so it's going to be great.
What do you think about the Snowtime Lakers?
It's TBH, dude, and that's how I talk now with abbreviations.
Clearly.
I don't know. I've never seen Walker Kessler play basketball before. I don't watch Utah.
A lot of people haven't.
All the dudes they brought in, like I thought Matisse Thybulle was a YouTuber. I didn't know he still played basketball. All the dudes they brought in, I can't even say the other guy's name from Toronto.
Me neither.
Here's one thing I assume is that if Luka and AR are healthy, then we'll be fine. Are we going to win a championship? I don't think so, but whatever.
I thought the idea of him going to them all meeting in Slovenia, like that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really know what those types of things get you. These player run, off-season hangouts. I think this is more of a matter of football where it works, because if you get all these guys together for basketball, again, you can't replicate game intensity.
I don't think it's about basketball. I think it's like, hey, yeah. LeBron, for those of you that were here last year, all one of you, and Bronny,
you think he's there?
Yeah, he's got a guaranteed contract, dude.
No. Not on the Lakers. Do you think he's in Slovenia?
Isn't he even taking like the G League team? I thought he was paying for everybody. I mean, if Bronny doesn't go, then you might as well just cut him then. Like,
I mean, that sounds like a mutiny. That sounds like he's what they call that when you are going against everybody? That's a mutiny, man.
Yeah. I don't care. To be honest, I genuinely don't care. I think it's more about Luca taking over as officially. Like you can't officially take over a LeBron team when LeBron's still there. You just
True.
can't. As much as you want to, you can't. Now it is Luca's team. Now it's Austin Reeves is the B, right? You got your one, your A and your B. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's cool. Like I'm not gonna. I don't think it's gonna. It's not a long term thing. It's just like, hey, let's just be like a cool team. Let's get together. And y'all ever been to Slovenia before? Like, no. Like, let's go.
It's beautiful this time of the year.
Yeah, it's a private jet from LA to Slovenia. No one's gonna say no.
What?
Yeah,
First
I'd go.
class.
I'd go.
What? I carry the bags. I don't get.
Yeah,
What?
it's
Y'all need
great.
what? I'm on my
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So
So
what's good with
yeah,
you, man? What's up with you?
well, I just didn't know what you were talking about. Then I tuned in and I was like, oh, he's talking about Tony Romo. But I know you did your
Yeah.
BR show yesterday.
Yeah.
A lot of people have reached out, obviously. So I was on. Scott did his thing yesterday. I think it was more of a therapy session than a show.
Mm-hmm.
Which I was genuinely like happy to just be in the same StreamYard helping him out because it was kind of therapeutic for me too to just like go and watch old stuff and old pictures and all that. But I know we're working on something. I don't know how much details is out there, but that should be fun. It should be like I don't know how to describe it, but I'm looking forward to it. You know?
So I haven't talked to him about it, and I'm kind of saving some of it. And I'm glad you're here because obviously I said what I had to say. And I don't. And again, I watched what Scott did yesterday as well, and I thought it was very touching and very good for him to be able to do that. Do you, of all the things and all the times that you've had with him, Billy Ray, I'm speaking of, what what did you take away most from your time with him?
It was to me. It was a very interesting. Like I worked with him for 7 years, and seeing the progression of his condition was obviously we all saw it. We all talked about it.
Right.
But I genuinely, and I think I posted it. Like he never lost his personality. Like
Mm.
he never ever complained about it. He never was like feel bad for me. He never really talked about it. And I always admired that he came to work every single day to the best of his abilities and just brought like, yeah, it was a bummer sometimes, but like he always just was him. Like no matter what, he was always him. And I'll always take like that, that mentality. Probably it was probably like a football player mentality in a different way, maybe. Like I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
complain. I'm just gonna just put my head down and do my job. But yeah, it was. I take that looking back, it just really sticks with me how he just never ever ever said anything about it. He just came to work and did his thing and laughed and crushed your hand if he shook it. He was BR through and through. So it was really admirable, I guess, to see it every day. And obviously, his schedule changed and all that stuff, but
Right.
it was yeah, it was cool. And one thing I will say, like when Kim put the CTE line in the statement, I was like, oh, that's gonna cause
Mm.
some stuff. And I'm happy that yeah, it got attention. Like Adam Schefter posted it, and it's been picked up by like the CTE people. But I think that we should all strive to live our lives. So when we go, we get talked about like Billy Ray's getting talked about. Like Billy Ray's getting talked about in the best way, and it just makes me so happy, dude. It's like obviously football player, obviously college Hall of Famer, obviously like Charger legend, but Billy Ray the person is what we should all strive to be. To be honest.
I said this yesterday. Two things that I think that, and I'll repeat them again here today. The second you shook his hand, you feel like you knew him.
Hmm.
Whether he crushed your hand or he didn't, but he probably did.
Yeah.
The way he would smile and embrace people, you felt like you knew him by the way he shook your hand. And two, when you play football for the time he did, whether it be at Arkansas, whether it be for the Chargers, he had a massive impact on people's individual everyday lives as an entertainer.
Hmm.
And I think that showed more about him as a person, BR the person, than anything he ever did on the football field. Because I asked him about, what was going when I was doing a pod with him after Imwell stepped away and I started doing a pod
Yeah.
with him. I asked him about
Oh yeah, you did that. I forgot about that.
yeah. I asked him one day, we were in a room and Kim had stepped out to do something because she would be present for most of them. And I said, man, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I remember what I can and what I can't. And I said, would you change anything? He said, no. He said, I've had an amazing life. I've been able to take care of my family. My father played football. I followed in his footsteps, and I was able to have all of this I have because of football. And I would change anything. I'd do it all. He said, I'd do it all over again right now. And I believed him. I believed him.
Because it's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. It is absolutely true. Yeah. So just appreciate everybody that's reached out to me. I don't know like how it's been for you, Brown. I know
Same.
I've heard from some people that I haven't heard from in years. So appreciate that. And I know that Scott's going through his thing and it's we all maybe knew it was coming more than most, but it doesn't make it
easy.
Doesn't make it any easier. Oh, sorry, it's hot. I'm like trying to find some shit.
No, you do your thing. You good. You good. I'm glad you're here at all. So I hate to like make it about another person, but I thought I got upset a little bit with a report that I saw when they were talking to Burt Grossman and John Carney.
Yeah.
Until I saw Scott's video, because then I knew he didn't want to be,
I texted you a picture. I was on the treadmill yesterday in the morning, and I've been watching the local news like a good San Diego citizen lately. 6 a.m. Shout out to, I believe her name is Shally and Raul on Fox 5. I catch them a lot. And so I was on the treadmill and I saw Burt Grossman and I was like, oh, look at that. And then but I mean, I don't care, dude. I'm sure you maybe more than me. No. One thing that I've realized about not doing a show like ever is like how I genuinely remember I was the I don't care guy. Like I genuinely am the I don't care guy. Like I don't care. It's so funny what I don't think about anymore that we're not doing a show every day. Like it is genuinely like if the Padres are playing like ass, I turn it off and I'm just like go on with my day. I go on with my day.
Doesn't affect you anymore.
No, it's great. It's so great, dude. During the playoffs, like the basketball playoffs, like if I wanted to watch it, I would. If I didn't, I didn't. Like it was awesome. It was awesome.
Dude, now let me clear this up because I don't want people to take this somewhere else. My issue with Burt is from a professional standpoint, not a personal standpoint.
Yeah.
So I said that because the person who knew him most from a everyday proximity would be Scott. And the fact that I didn't see him on any of these interviews or any of these reports, I almost texted him like, yo, what the fuck is going on with people not interviewing you? But I also wanted to give him his space because I know how, even though knowing it did impact him, again, knowing doesn't help the actual impact of it. But then I watched what he did and I was like, oh yeah, this is probably better for him. This is
we were talking yesterday and it wasn't planned at all, dude. We were just he didn't work on LA yesterday and he texted me and he was like, what should we do? Or I was like, I don't know, man, whatever feels right to you. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Like if you feel like coming on here and recording a 2-minute video, if you want to do something. And I'm like, I brought up like, why don't you just go live and just let emotions go? And that's what he did. And I'm sure a lot of people appreciated that. So, yeah.
Also, I want to talk shit about something that you can probably see from where you are. This woman's only bar.
Oh, I can see the sign right here.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are you talking shit about? It's not women's only.
That's what I was told.
By who?
The news.
I was
social media.
I went in there the second day they were open.
Okay, how is it?
Strong ass drinks, dude. I'm telling you, like, good pours. Good pours. I have not eaten there. They're always doing something. And I was very curious, like, if you're a women's first sports bar, I think it's the way it's described.
Yeah.
Like, so if I go in there, like, are you just not going to have the Padres game on? Are you just not going to have the World Cup on if there's like WNBA or whatever else. And no, they air it. But I mean, if you want to go in there and watch WNBA, I think that they will have it on already, or they'll put it on for you. So it's
Okay.
cool. It's cool, man.
I went past there during one of the soccer games, and it wasn't on the TV. I was like, "What? Time out." I mean, it was empty in there, and I almost took a picture and be
Dude,
like,
it's
"See,
like on the weekends, dude. It's packed. It's packed.
packed, good." Well, I'm happy for them then. I'm
Yeah,
happy for them because I don't want. I hate to see anybody go out of business.
I'm happy
But
for any business that can bring people to this neighborhood. Like, so
no, it's too
you
many.
know,
Too many. There's enough people. There's enough people. No more people.
that's true.
No more
I got
people, bro.
well. I guess I don't really notice it anymore. It's just always
I mean,
crowded here. So
the high rises that are popping up, it seems like two every week. What's happening? Like,
I
no,
can
thank you.
see I can see 3 cranes from where I'm at.
The scaffolding failed off the one on Polk, or was it? I think it was Polk. All the scaffolding fell off the building. That was on a like. Just stop building stuff. Just take a break. Everybody, just
Yeah. I was very happy. There's a couple of houses next to us, and if those houses go for sale, I know what would be built there.
oh,
But it's
you buy
very
it.
no. They just redid. Painted every single house, and they're putting in new outdoor woods. I was like, okay, you don't do that if you're gonna
Yeah,
sell.
you ain't turn that down. You
So
ain't turn
we're
that
good for
down.
right now. We're good for right now.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell the people what you're doing, and they
Nothing.
keep asking. You just nothing,
Nothing.
just living,
Nothing.
turn.
Nothing that anybody's ever gonna see. So it's just which is the way I like it. Nothing. You if you want to see me, go back and watch videos of the last 14 years of my life. Like, so there is nothing that I'm doing publicly. There is nothing that I need people to go to. There is nothing that I am trying to sell, which is just the way I like it. I have like 5 jobs, bro. Like I lost, we lost the podcast, I guess. Not really, but I picked up so many other things. So it's just like, yeah, it's been a lot. Shout out cousin Nancy.
Hey, shout out cousin Nancy. The one more thing about the 10th.
Is that date
So
public? I guess it is now, huh?
yeah, he listen. Once he knows something, it's public.
Yeah.
Once he makes up his mind about something, it's literally in here
We don't
multiple
know
times.
where, we don't know what time, we don't know
Right,
who, we know the estimated date.
right. We know it's the 10th. We don't know where it's at. We don't know what time it is. It would preferably be in the afternoon so as many people can join as possible. I think
I
that's
think that needs to be in the evening. Like that's just there's no
yes,
reason for it to be at 10 a.m. Like it needs to be an evening.
correct.
Yeah.
Correct. This is done so as many people can either be there or participate as possible.
You
So
also know me too. I don't think we needed to like record it or live it, but you know how it goes. So whatever.
you want nothing to do with the
Can I just
recorded
show
person.
up? You like you and Scott handle it. I'll just show up.
No, see, I think because there's enough time and we'll be able to tell enough people that I think there will be a lot of people there that we will never have to say anything. We'll be there to we are the last remnants of the program, but all the people that come by will be a part of
I'm
some.
gonna put it in your ear already. You need to find a way to have a speaker so that people can hear us or whoever's talking. Just gonna throw that out there now.
So well, okay, so what kind? So you mean like a standalone separate speaker?
Like something where like they could plug into the board and you'll be heard or something.
Well, we probably need like a 50-foot cord.
Well, I'm just telling you this. Just talk to the bar and have them figure it out. I don't know, man.
Assuming that it's at a bar.
Or whatever establishment.
I mean, we might have a concert hall. Who knows?
House of Blues.
But yeah,
Ugh.
man. All right, look like you dying out there, bro.
No, it's not that bad.
You
Not
still
yet.
running?
No, my running days are over. Running days are over. Long gone. Never gonna run again ever in my life. Ever.
Hey,
I got to
time
like
out.
I got to like I got to like 11 miles, and I back-to-back years I got It was 3 weeks out, and I got severely hurt both times from the marathon. So I was like, you know what? That's just the running gods telling you to stop. So I stopped. I
You
bike to
didn't. You
work. I go to the gym at 5 in the morning. That's all. That's all we need.
so you didn't. You didn't. You never got a chance to participate in the Rock and Roll
Dude, I
Marathon.
basically tore my patella tendon 2 years ago. And last year, I got like a calf strain so bad that I could barely walk. Like 3 weeks out of the half marathon, back to back years. Ready to go.
Oh,
Tell you, like running 10 miles, no problem, ready to go. Then boom. So yeah, I just listen. You got to just listen, you know?
yeah. When your body tells you to stop, you should probably chill.
So I
Yeah.
did.
Oh, yeah. Why you're here too? I don't care how long you have to sweat to answer this question,
I'm not sweating. I'm fine.
bro. Uh, can you
It,
admit I was right
it's
about
day,
JJ McCarthy?
I was going to say, it's day 2. Relax. I knew you were going there. It's day 2.
I'm
Relax.
just, I'm just,
What do you want me to
I'm just
say?
saying,
You know I didn't want JJ McCarthy, but when he's on your team, you got to do what you got to do.
bro.
You didn't want Caleb Williams. You wanted Jaden Daniels, and now
I
look, you're
did.
happy now.
I said that earlier today too.
Yeah.
Uh,
If
this JJ,
Kyler Murray is not clearly the starter by like August 22nd, which is like 2 weeks from week 1, then we have a problem.
see, I think JJ McCarthy's cooked because the person who drafted him is no longer there, and you can tell the coach is like, bro, I need something else.
I just don't know
I
if
just
Kyler
do.
Murray's smart enough to run Kevin O'Connell. What I mean smart enough is like football smart to run Kevin O'Connell's offense, because he's
See,
already said, I've never run an offense like this before.
I think his talent and his natural scramble ability will help him be able to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. That's why this move is being made, by the way. All that other shit that sounds good and blah blah blah. They pay Justin Jefferson too much money, and he's been too good to that organization. He doesn't bitch. Of all the wide receivers, he
Yeah.
does not bitch. Like when you don't throw him the ball or you miss him, his body
Well,
language is starting to get bad.
last year was also the first year he didn't have a good season. So, and I still think he broke 1,000 yards. But like, you're right, he doesn't complain, but you're not going to go back-to-back years like that until you start hearing. That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, and nor should you. Nor should you. There shouldn't have been a repeat of last year for a player that good. And I think bringing in Kyler Murray really puts them. I think that puts them in a very interesting position, not just in a division, but in the NFC. Because I love Kyler Murray. I always have loved Kyler Murray. I just think he was in a very bad franchise that could never find their footing, and they attempted to use him to do that, and they were unable to do that. I think him being with Kevin O'Connell, if he could absorb that offense and he could get that thing going, I think they're a threat, man. I really do. I think that vaults them because I don't think the Packers are going to be good, and I think the Lions lost their step. I just do.
You got Justin Jefferson, you got Jordan Addison, you have Juwan Jennings, like you got TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, and Jordan Mason. If you can't and you have a healthy left tackle, you have a healthy right tackle that just got paid. If you can't have a successful year now, then I don't really know. Like JJ McCarthy, whoever it is, if it's JJ or Kyler, like there's no excuse.
If it's JJ McCarthy, then they're in trouble. And if it is him, it won't be him for long. I just don't think they owe him anything.
He gets hurt.
Right. They don't owe him anything.
Here's the thing. Let's start Kyler. We're gonna get it's all of September, all of October. You can maybe go 7-1, 6-2, and then GTA comes out, and then put in JJ and see what happens.
Yeah, let him get his feet wet for a couple weeks, dive into the game, let him focus on what he wants to focus on, and then let him come back.
Yeah.
So another thing, another Viking quarterback question, but not really. Kirk Cousins being named the starter to the Ravens. What the fuck is going on? What is that about?
I don't know.
That's terrible. I think that's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Like, I love Kirk Cousins. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. I love Kirk Cousins because of the quarterback to show.
I mean, Mendoza's like, what, 25? He's not even that young, right?
Thank you. He's not a young man. And by the way, you can't.
I don't think the Raiders are going to be very good. That's probably why they're doing that.
But let him get hit. He's going to get hit anyway. The same thing happened with the Patriots quarterback. They set him for a couple of games. Then Drake May came in, stunk, got hit, got
concussions.
Right. It's going to happen because you have to learn. Caleb Williams was not great the first year. They fired the coach, got somebody in there who knew what he was doing. I'm not saying Clint Kubiak doesn't know what he's doing, but this decision doesn't give me a lot of confidence in Clint Kubiak.
Caleb Williams, too skinny. Too much weight loss.
See, I think it looks good, man.
He was already super nimble and super quick and super mobile, and you lose 15 pounds, bro, you're gonna die. You're skinny now.
That's
Chicago,
all
go to
muscle.
Porto's, dog. Go get a roast beef somewhere. Get some.
That's all muscle, bro.
Pounds, dude. 50. He looked skinny. He looked super skinny. He looked sickly.
When I first saw him, I was like, "Oh wow, whoa!"
Sickly.
I got fired up. I'm not gonna lie. I got fired up. I was like, "Oh!"
In my opinion, it's the Bears division to lose.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it should be. It should. That defense, though, we ain't gonna get 33 turnovers again. So
no.
that's a pipe dream in hell. So
well, we're all chasing the Rams. So,
dude, if they get Aaron Donald, if they
don't get Aaron Donald.
Nah, bro. See, I want to see him with Aaron Donald. I think this might be the
yeah,
greatest.
me too. But like, if they don't get him, they're still going to be super good.
Like,
do you see what they did to their defense? They signed so many dudes and traded for Myles Garrett.
Once you got the
corner, you know me. If Stafford goes down, you know me. I think anybody, it's the system. So,
right, yeah.
I don't care if it's Ty Simpson or Carson Bennett. Don't matter. Stetson Bennett. What's his name?
At this point, throw here. At this point, throw here. If you have an arm that can make it there on time, that it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Matt Stafford's just the guy right now in that position, man. They have the best like offensive tandem when it comes to skill positions. You have the best offensive coach. You have a quarterback who understands the offense. And now if you add Aaron Donald, you're looking at the greatest pass rush ever with all pro corners. Bro, this thing gonna be crazy.
I just the thing is I'm a natural skeptic, but I mean, Aaron Donald not playing for 2 years, he jumps in, that hamstring's gonna go. He's gonna get hurt. It was as long as he's there at the end of the year, that's what matters.
I don't see.
He's not gonna sign. He's not gonna sign. If he signs, he'll sign a week before week 1. He's not gonna go to camp.
I need him in camp, not doing camp stuff, but just in the facility, working out, getting ready. See, that's how you get hurt.
Yeah, but I'm just telling you, it's just not going to happen. He doesn't want to go to camp. He might come in week 8.
I'm not saying go to camp and camp. I'm saying go to camp and just be at camp.
He doesn't want to go to camp.
Bro, you think these guys really like sitting at home after
being He's not sitting at home. He's not sitting at home. He's sitting in his own gym, his own private gym, at home with air conditioning. You know how hot it is in Thousand Oaks, dude? You think it's hot here? Thousand Oaks is hot AF. I spent 3 summers there at Cal Lutheran. It is hot, bro. Ain't nobody trying to go there. I didn't want to go there.
See, I think he should be out there. That's just my personal opinion. I think I did go to Thousand Oaks once, and I was like, why am I here?
It's beautiful, but it's hot in the summer.
I think I was there for 1090. I think 1090 made us go there once.
For camp, maybe?
Yeah, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, where they used to UC Irvine, that was hot too, but Thousand Oaks is hotter. It's just really hot. It would get in the summers, it would, I think, near 100, if I'm not mistaken.
Also, I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions because I haven't seen you in a while. Have you watched Cape Fear?
Have I watched what?
Cape Fear, the show on Apple.
No.
Okay, don't.
Watch The Odyssey.
What'd you think?
That was great.
I think that's one of the best movies I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be all political or anything. I don't think that Lupita Nyong'o is hot enough, maybe to go to war for, but that's just an opinion,
I see when the movie was going.
She's in the screen for 30 seconds.
That never crossed my mind.
Me neither, dude.
Ellen Page or Elliot Page, whatever they're going by these days. I never thought of that while I was watching the movie, bro.
Yeah.
None of that never factored into whether I thought the movie was good or not. That's why I know people who say this shit didn't see the movie.
I'll say it's the loudest movie of all time.
Dude, and no spoiler alerts, but who cares? When that monster was screaming, I was like, "Yo, what is going on?"
It was awesome.
That was a great scene. Though. That was.
I left there. Me and Mar were very much we're movie critics. We're basically Roger and Ebert when we leave, and we're having conversation. And we're always "Oh, this could have been. This could have been." No notes. We both left. She literally said that is probably the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
And after a first watch, I'm like, I could watch that again. Like if
We're
that
gonna
whenever
go watch it again, but every IMAX screen is sold out
sold
from
out,
everywhere. Because we watched
sold
it at the
out.
lot, and I'm like, I needed it bigger. It was loud.
I saw it on IMAX at Mission Valley, and I really feel like I should have seen it at a better IMAX.
My neighbor's
But
driving to Irvine to go watch it at that 70 millimeter IMAX. It's the
that's
only
what I'm
one in
talking
Southern
about.
California.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yeah.
That movie was unbelievable, man. That was easily one of the best movies.
I
That's
love Christopher
definitely.
Nolan. I've always loved Christopher Nolan. I don't know how movies gets. I don't know how this movie became so political. I think it's just a movie. Like, if you have a problem with it, don't go watch it. And it can't be historically correct because it's not history. Like, I
It's
don't
fake. It's
understand.
made up.
and
Like it's
then it,
made up.
yeah. So I never got into that. And I don't care. Christopher Nolan just makes bangers of movies. Inception is amazing. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. The Dark Knight trilogy is incredible. I don't get Interstellar, but it is good. I didn't like Tenet, but maybe I should watch it again because I like every other movie this guy does. But
You
Christopher
can't
Nolan
for
just makes bangers, bro. Like, I mean, why did it become what it became? I don't know. I don't get it.
you can't listen. I'm gonna criticize you here. You can't force tenant. Either you get it or you don't get it.
Well, here's the thing. It came out during COVID, and that's why I'm gonna get all nerdy on you. This is why he left Warner Brothers. Because Warner Brothers was scared that it wouldn't do well in theaters because it was like people were still masking or whatever. And they released it on HBO Max at the same time as theaters, and Christopher Nolan didn't want that. So his movie technically lost money because everybody watched it on HBO Max. I watched it on HBO Max. I never went to the theaters for it. And then he got all pissed off, and that's why he bounced to Universal. They fumbled the bag.
Big bag fumble. Dog. Everything he does, just like
Everything. And I got to go back. There's 2 movies that I haven't seen of his, and I need to go back. I didn't know he did the Magician movie. I forget what it's called. The Prestige.
It was
I
very
didn't know that
good.
was a Christopher Nolan movie.
With Hugh
So
Jackman.
I got to go back and watch that. And you know when a movie just passes you by and you just don't go back and watch it?
What?
Memento passed me by. I never thought about watching it. Yeah, I know. It just passed me by.
No.
Yeah.
You saw Dunkirk though, right?
Yeah, I saw Dunkirk. I've seen everything he did. I've seen everything he's done except those 2.
Memento is awesome, and it's like it doesn't have the budget that these movies have, obviously,
Right.
but the writing and the acting and the way it plays out, man, phenomenal movie.
You're a nerd. Did you go to
Phenomenal movie.
Spider-Man last night?
No, but I'm gonna have to sneak to Spider-Man now because the person, baby mama number 3, is always like, we should go together. We should go together. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm supposed to see it next Friday, but I won't see it before that.
I'm going today at 5:30. So
B. Thompson just saw it. He said it was fire. All lots of flame. Let me see how many flames he put on it. Let me see. Let me see how many flames he put on that thing.
Counting flames.
Let me see the flame count. B. Tom flame count. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh
5,
shit.
6, 7 flames. Damn.
Oh,
7 flames. Don't give away no spoilers, dog.
dude. So AMC does this thing where you can pre-order your popcorn now.
Don't do that.
I already did it, and I did it last time. I went to go watch Jackass by myself. I pre-ordered my popcorn thinking it was gonna be busy. Dude, this shit was just sitting there. It was just like, here's popcorn. But I'm assuming tonight is gonna be busy.
Was it hot?
Yeah, it was perfect because you put the pickup time. So I put the pickup time 5 minutes before the movie started, and so I actually waited for it because I got there a little early. But yeah, it came out hot. So I did it today. I'm assuming today's gonna be crowded everywhere. Because Odyssey's still sold out and Spider-Man's basically sold out everywhere. So I pre-ordered my popcorn and we'll see how that goes.
Are you you a lot or AMC person?
I'm a lot person, but for this particular movie, I kind of just wanted to get in before it gets spoiled because I know it's going to get spoiled. So,
oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm a lot person through and through. The only way you can get me out of a lot is an IMAX.
Put it this way. I'm a recliner seat person. If you don't
How
have
far back? How far back, man? How far back?
If you
This
don't
is
have
turning into taking off your shoes in the airport for me. How far back we talking?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
How far back do I go?
Like,
oh, no. So I'm basically, I don't know my degrees. I'm not 90, right?
okay.
But I'm kind of like kind of like that. You know, I'm kind of like I have elevated head. I'm not laying down.
See, no, man, I hate the people who like all the way. Like, bro, wait, go
Yeah,
home,
dude. I
go
went
home.
to which movie did I go to? It was you could tell she was only there because her husband wanted her to be there. She brought a pillow, a blanket, and a hoodie, and she was sitting to my right. Preview started. She goes flat. And I'm pretty sure she just slept for 3 hours during Avatar, which I mean, I kind of wanted to too after watching it, but like she was just,
Oh.
ow. No,
You saw
like
the
I don't
third
care. I
Avatar?
don't care. I don't care. Like I go to a lot because I liked a lot, but I don't, I like Sinopolis better. It's just a little far. Del Mar's
Yeah.
far. Um, as long as it's a reclining seat or a leather, some sort of seat like that, then I don't really have like a preference. But for these movies like Odyssey and Spider-Man, I would prefer a bigger screen.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I was about to lay back, bro. The people who
Yeah.
lay all the way back, they
I
should
think you've
throw
been like
your
how
ass out.
back, like how far back, dude? I've been going a lot for years. Like I stopped
Oh
going
no, not
to,
like that,
I stopped going to AMC or a basics like years ago.
bro. So this is my first time I went to the lot. The price of it was sticker shock. I was like, "Yo,
Yeah,
what?" And see,
yeah.
when you get in there, you order the food. The food's not great, but it
I don't
used to
need.
be
I don't
better.
eat that. I don't eat.
It's gotten worse. But
My
the
biggest
drinks
beef with the
okay.
lot it's fixed now. My biggest beef with the lot when I first started going to the lot, when I would ask for jalapenos for my popcorn, these motherfuckers brought out straight up raw, cut up jalapenos. I was like, that is not what I mean, dog. Like y'all don't
Ah!
have jalapenos in the vinegar. Like you don't have like what is this? Did you just chop up a jalapeno and bring it to me? That's what they did.
Also, the fact that they don't have nacho and cheese there, but that's like
I don't eat.
that's low hanging fruit.
I don't eat, and I don't drink either because I just get up and pee. So I just get my popcorn, I get my soda, and that's kind of it.
See me, I'm guy who I ordered a drink when it starts, and then I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
bring me another one midway through. I'm that
Yeah.
guy.
I think I'm doing that tonight. Tonight's Friday. I don't really go to movies on Friday. I think I'm gonna do that. I might get faded.
So, because to me, what got me in the lot, I went the first time, sticker shock. I'm like, I'm not going. It's just a movie. I go to
Yeah.
the AMC. I can't remember what the movie was, but I was married at the time, so it was a long time ago.
You were married?
Short. It was short. If we put it in terms of television shows, it was a season. was We didn't get renewed.
You didn't get picked
So
up.
yeah, we didn't get picked up for a second season. We are like Wonder Man. Good
Don't even know what
show.
that. Don't even know what that is.
Damn man. Anyway, okay. So then the next movie I went to was at the AMC in Chula Vista.
Yeah.
I never forget this. There were people
You go down.
opening aluminum foil plates.
My people, baby.
One, and this was a mixed crowd. This wasn't just like, oh, Mexican people. It was
Yeah.
black people. This black lady, about 3 kids. It was a rated R movie.
Mm-hmm.
She was her and 3 kids, and the youngest one had to be like 3. And I
Yeah.
have 5 kids. I would slap someone if that ever occurred again. At that point, I knew I'm never coming back to AMC again, and I've been going to the lot ever since. Because that doesn't happen because the ticket's like $30.
It also depends like which AMC.
Does it though?
I think so.
Which AMC they don't do that at?
Hopefully the one I go to tonight.
I see. You gonna get a baby. Because it's Spider-Man too, you gonna get a baby in there tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go get a baby in there tonight.
Yeah. What other questions you got? Because I am officially hot. Sweating now.
I think that was the last one because you didn't see Cape Fear, and I hate that show because I wasted 2 episodes of my life. How you watch Silo?
No, but I tried to go into the silo at Comic-Con last week and they didn't let me because they said it wasn't open yet. So my office was right next to the silo.
Uh-huh.
They built a fake silo, and
Nice.
I was, ooh, what's that? And I wanted to go in there because it looked open, but it wasn't open yet, and they didn't let me. So no, I don't watch the show, and no, I didn't go in the silo.
All right, well then that's it. That's all my questions, man. Thanks for coming by.
All right, everybody. Adios.
Stay cool. You're always welcome here. You know that.
Thanks, bro.
All
Bye.
right, peace, brother. Shout out to my dog. Come through on the show.
Yeah.
Shout out. Shout out to AP coming through on the show. Let me see. What else we got here? Just go to just go to Regal. Man, they do the same thing at Regal, dog. Let me see. Let me see. Let me play the music. Because this is an hour and a half we gave y'all today. Let me hit the track. Great show today, man. Grown-ups. Great show today, man. Shout out to Alex coming by. That was totally unplanned. He literally said, look at your phone. I go to my phone, and there he is. And then Ryan Miller's telling me to get Cap on. I don't think Cap's ever going to come on this show. Not because he can't, or not because he doesn't want to, just because, you know, your boy is kind of hotness, if you know what I mean. You know those folks they don't like the real anyway. You know they don't like the real? I'll holler at y'all, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like the show. If you're new to the show, if you just got here, please subscribe to the show, John Brunner Podcast, at YouTube. Be safe this weekend. Cap was in the chat. Shout out to Cap for coming into the chat. I'll be trying to keep him clear, you know, the mess. I never know what I'm going to say because none of this is scripted, so. We out here. I'll see y'all. Hopefully I'll see a lot of y'all in person on the 10th. Rest in peace, BR. We're going to celebrate you big fella. Till then, man, y'all take it easy. I'll holler. Be safe. Stay cool. Peace. Go see Spider-Man. Go see The Odyssey. That's all I got.